moved to an ashram in 1980 after, as I said, getting my heart broken by the theater. And it was the first time I experienced being loved. Just for being myself. Not for being an actor, not for what I could do, but just for being, period. And it was there that I learned that company is stronger than will. And I've been trying to make it alone. So 3 years later, well, 2.25 years, I think, when I came back to New York. Actually, I like to say that I'm one of the few people who ever got kicked out of a cult. I was a bit of a problem. You know, there was no sex, drugs, or rock and roll. It was all about the guru's vision, you know, and if you left, you were copping out on your spiritual growth. So I was starting to get a little bit antsy. So shit happened, like I emptied a bucket of zucchini on someone's head in the kitchen one time. You know, I get into fist fights. There was this one sister, you know, we call each other brothers and sisters. Yeah, you maybe guess who this is, Sheila. She used to eat lots of garlic because it was good for you. Oh. She had the worst halitosis of anyone you can imagine. It reached from her paws. And one day, I think she was sitting in a room where we would go and have lunch. This was in Sunnytown. And she looked at me the wrong way. And I just jumped her. So I got called into the guru's office. And, you know, I didn't know this. I was oblivious to it. But, you know, gurus are human. And he wasn't exactly walking his talk. And I just remember him saying, "You look very nice in that color." And he talked to me about the violence. And at one point, I think I was sharing with him in front of the whole, community. We had satsang at night. We would ask questions. And I called him a benevolent dictator. And he asked me to take a leave of absence for a while. No. A few years later, the news broke. There was the fall. It had been found out that Amra had been having all kinds of inappropriate relationships. And, you know, my first reaction was, hey, I was available. It wreaked havoc for me. And it wreaked havoc with, I'm sure, everyone who lived there, because I really did. There were so many blessings about being there. I really believe I would have died of AIDS if I had. I'm laughing, but it's true. I mean, it took me out of New York City, and I was a wild young thing. And it gave me all kinds of tools. It furthered my reparenting. It gave me spiritual grounding.